there, Libra. Welcome to a weekly tarot reading for the week beginning on July 31st. This is Sagittarius Yogini, and I just want to tell you about a couple of astrological transits that are coming up. I should have said a Tarotscope because that's what I'm going to do here. Maybe not every week, but especially when there is some important stuff going on. So on the 5th, well, I think for a lot of people, it might be on the 4th, depends on where you live, or 5th of August, there's going to be a new moon at 12 degrees of Leo. Leo is your 11th house, which is the house of gains, meaning your profits that come from your employment or your business. And it's also the house of hopes and wishes. So these can be long-range goals that you have that are, maybe not necessarily connected to your career, because the career is the 10th house and that would have its own goals as well. But, you could say that in general, your long-term goals. And also friendships, groups that you belong to. So with a new moon here, one of the astrologers suggested creating 40 wishes for the 11th house because she said that it was the luckiest house. And I did try it one year and I didn't get very far because that's a lot of wishes. But it's supposed to be very auspicious to do that. So you might want to try it, and maybe you can just have some very simple goals. Maybe it was like, I want to get that dress that, I had my eye on. Maybe that's one of the goals. I'm trying to appeal to Libra with the fashion and everything. Okay. So the other transit that is occurring is the next day on the 5th. We have a Mercury retrograde, and this will start in Virgo and go back into Leo. So now we're talking about the 12th house going back into the 11th house. This can have, for me, more of a spiritual vibe, especially if those of you Libra people have been having a spiritual awakening in the past few years, something to that effect, where you are maybe gathering with other people, but in a spiritual sort of way. And if you are rethinking your spiritual beliefs, that may change the kind of people that you associate with as well. Mercury will go direct on the 28th of the month. So, of course, for everybody, Mercury retrograde can lead to some snafus with communication and maybe documents, and it's connected to travel too. Okay, let's see what's going on with these cards. Okay. Interesting. The heart of the matter is the Ten of Pentacles. This is a card of inheritance. This is the premier inheritance card. It's also the card for affluence. So this is about big money. And when it comes to relationships, this is a card of generational wealth, but it can be translated to having a very solid union. So it looks like this is showing perhaps, I don't know, it looks like a wedding to me, a wedding ceremony. But in any case, it can be the type of relationship that is long lasting. I associate this card with Capricorn. I don't know if it has a particular astrological association, although Pentacles is connected to Earth. So, but the 10th house is Capricorn, and Capricorn is an Earth sign. So, there may be something with inheritance, and you're dealing with family, or if this is, oh yeah, another thing too is if you are somebody who has gotten divorced recently, or or in the process, this could be about sorting out your joint finances. What crosses you is the Nine of Swords. This is a card of anxiety. Now, this deck, which is called the Witch's Tarot, something to that effect, is supposed to be like the Rider's Waite deck. And if you know that classic deck, you know that this looks almost identical to it, but they've updated and diversified the imagery, the type of people. I think most, if not all of the figures are women, and they don't have any men in this, which I'm not really crazy about. I think you can update a deck without making it, erasing men. What's that all about? But on the other hand, it is Witch's Tarot, so maybe it is supposed to be female-centric. But so what they always point out with the Rider-Waite deck that is also present here is that the flowers on the bedspread indicate that the person may be making mountains out of molehills. They may be anxious about something, but it's not necessarily the end of the world. And they could be, maybe they're exaggerating whatever is going on, their discomfort about something. So that's something to consider if there is anxiety present in your life right now. And maybe it has to do with who gets what, or if you're dealing with a will. And of course, with the Mercury retrograde, that could be up in the air for the month of August. What's coming in is a Six of Swords. This is a card of choosing peace. 6 relates to your ruler, Venus. And swords actually relate to strife, even though they relate to all the air signs, such as Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. They relate to strife, but it's leaving that strife behind. It's choosing peace. And how that would be relevant here is if there is some kind of fight over money. You may decide that you're going to just bow out of that because you don't want to stress yourself out. I remember that's exactly what I did. I had a situation like this, and I remember going to downtown Chicago and going into the law library so I could look up certain inheritance laws. And I was kind of getting a lot of dead ends. But I was thinking about the anger that I felt, the unfairness, the unjustness of the situation, which I'm a Sagittarian, I'm not a Leo. I mean, not a Libra, but I can imagine a Libra person really taking offense if you feel like you're getting screwed over. But I didn't want that kind of negative energy, and maybe you don't as well. But, every situation is different, obviously. The outcome is the Queen of Wands. This is you ascending your throne of confidence, of, staying, I would say staying true to yourself, regardless of what is going on around you. So this is a card of personal power. So, sounds good, Libra. I hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like a private reading, there's information below. Take care. Bye.